Let me take you in another direction that has to do with your profession, law.
Yes.
More recently, lawyers and judges have been called to question,
Yes.
even in the battle against corruption. For the first time in the history of the country, security agencies raided the homes of Supreme Court justices. And even as we speak today, there are many judges that are on trial, apart from lawyers. Do you think the battle against corruption, especially as it applies to the judiciary, has been properly fought?
Sir, let me tell you. The reason why I went to law at all was that lawyers were highly respected members of society. They dress well. The best cars in the society belonged to them. At that time, only children of the rich could be lawyers because there was no law college in Nigeria. You had to go to England for 18 dinners in the Inns of Court. But when, in my own stubborn way of doing things, I read at home for GC, for BSc Economics, I said I wanted to be a lawyer. I registered again. I completed my degree, then I went to England. Knowing fully well that I would need a good car. I worked for a year in England, in Chelsea. Saved money to go to Germany, where I bought second-hand Mercedes-Benz, which I brought home. See, what I'm trying to show is that you don't see a lawyer riding bicycle or motorcycle. Hi. They were decent people. The economy has affected everybody, including the law profession. So, as I said, that's the reason why I went to law. At that time, when I came back, judges were respected. They were a replica of God on earth. The man who could sentence one to death. You never saw them in parties, political parties, parties for women, for whatever. No, not at all. But then, the salary at that time was equal to the salary of their colleagues in England because our $1 was more than $1, almost equal to £1. But today, their salary is about 365%. I don't know what their colleagues earn overseas. So, salary-wise, there's problem. So, but is that a good reason why a person who goes to the bench should be corrupt? Whether the salary is good or not? Certainly not. Contentment is the greatest asset of any man. When you are contented, you can trust your employer's money with your hand, and so on and so forth. And lawyers are the people you trust all this into. Now, I do not believe that all judges are corrupt. When I was invited 10 years after I started practice to the bench by Judge Oyemade, Chief Judge of Western Region then, I told him, look, sir, thank you. It is my wish. Indeed, it is the wish of every good lawyer one day to go to the bench, and I've done it with the judgments which will remain the same forever. That was my wish. So I begged him. Do you know that 2 years after, he himself was removed by the military through telephone, like just lawyers and so on. The time when the military tried to deal with our judges the way they did in those days, that day they did irreversible damage to law and judiciary. So I'm not surprised that the Buhari government did the same thing, and people were at night. You saw my article on it. The DSS, who has no power of arrest, DSS duty in law is merely to gather information and give to the president and others. They are not to arrest. Go and look at my article with all the sections I quoted it. Well, again, that what happened in the 80s and now it's happening now. If a judge knows that if he rules against government, he might be they might look for him tomorrow. He'll be very careful. And yet, it's the oath of office. Do you know that you give your judgment without fear or favor? Where lies that now? Then there are rules. There are ways of dealing with judges if they commit offense. That has not been followed.